Federal troops on their way to Stones River made camp in these very fields. It wasn't just the fields they used. Soldiers watered their horses at the creek behind the silo. They stripped fence posts for firewood and hung their coats from the porch rail. For a moment, this frontier home became federal property, quietly occupied, never claimed. In a quiet corner of Tennessee stands a house older than the war that nearly broke the country. Built in 1810 by Sherwood Green, this home outlasted time and turmoil. It has seen presidents rise, roads carved, and wars inch closer with every decade. But in December 1862, the war arrived. Union forces under General Rosecrans advanced down the Nolensville Turnpike. Their right wing marched past this property, spreading through Rocky Fork and Mill Creek. It wasn't just a road, it was a warpath, and right here became a campsite. Diaries from the 2nd Minnesota mention a night so cold their ink froze mid-letter. Another entry from a Pennsylvania private recalled the sound of fiddle music drifting from a tent beyond the barn. There was war on their heels, but for 2 nights there was rhythm in the dark. Today, the barn is gone, but the silo still stands. Concrete now, but the story is older. Locals say the original barn once held Union wagons, and the loft served as a lookout tower. From the top, some claim you could see all the way to Triune. The soldiers stayed only a few nights, but war doesn't need long to leave its mark. They left behind broken buttons, spent cartridges, initials carved into beams long since lost to rot. Evidence of war without the fire, history without headlines. The barn is gone now, but if you look just west of the silo, you'll see a faint rectangular depression in the soil. That's where it stood, timbers cut by hand, beam joints blackened by time. During the war, it was shelter. After, it was memory. And now, it's just shadow on the land. Nearby, Confederate cavalry under General Wharton staged hit-and-run resistance. Just miles from here, they delayed Union movement at Nolensville Gap. It wasn't a full engagement, more like shadows trading gunfire, but it was enough to stall the advance for a while. Days later, those same men fought at Stones River, one of the war's bloodiest battles. Sherwood Green's farm, just a waypoint, forgotten in headlines, but remembered by the land. The house was never burned. It stood while others fell. It watched as blue coats passed through, as cannon thundered miles away. And when it was over, it remained, a witness, timber and brick, holding memory. Sherwood Green had passed before the first shot of the Civil War, but his children inherited more than the house. They inherited the burden of neutrality in a war that allowed none. Some say one grandson quietly fed Confederate scouts near Triune. Others insist the family simply kept their heads down, farmers surviving the storm. Some say the wind still carries echoes, phantom footsteps, a distant drum, and that at dusk the silo hums. Maybe it's just the wind, or maybe it's memory refusing to leave. There was no battle here, no headlines, but this farm fed soldiers. It gave them cover, it gave them rest, and sent them onward. It was never meant to be part of the fight, but like so many places in Tennessee, it became one, not by choice, by history. This was no battlefield. Yet war passed through, on boots, in letters, in silence. It's easy to forget what didn't burn, but sometimes what survives tells the better story. Sherwood Green isn't famous. No statue bears his name, but his house still stands, and it proves that even the smallest farms can carry the weight of a nation's war. 2/2.